Hello and welcome to this week's TAL Update. My name is Dr. Joe Pojman, Executive Director of Texas Alliance for Life. A week and 3 days have passed since the general election. The results have still not been finalized on the national level. We continue to wait to see how the vote counts, recounts, and legal challenges proceed in other states. We are a month away from when the Electoral College meets and all 538 electors cast their votes, including the 38 from Texas. In Texas, the results were decisive and surprising to some. Tens of millions of dollars of out-of-state money came into Texas to create a so-called blue wave that was supposed to wash away pro-life Republicans at the federal and state levels. Polls were looking grim just days out from the election. For example, just 10 days before the election, the Houston Chronicle did a lengthy story about a poll predicting that Biden had a narrow lead over Trump in Texas, 48 to 47. The poll was extensive. It sampled more than 3,000 likely voters and had a mathematical margin of error of only 1.7 votes, 1.7 points. As we learned, the results were starkly different. The blue wave crashed on the rocks and went nowhere. Pro-life Republicans held the line. And Texas Alliance for Life had a part to play. For the first time, our organization created a super PAC called Texas Alliance for Life Fed PAC to endorse and get pro-life voters out for President Trump, Senator Cornyn, and 27 U.S. representative candidates whom we had endorsed. We had lots of fun distributing hundreds of these attractive yard signs across the state. We mailed tens of thousands of these pro-life voter guides to key districts across Texas. And we promoted the online version at prolifevoterguide.org. Of those federal candidates, our success was outstanding. First, Texas went for Donald J. Trump by 6 points, proving the polls were wrong. Second, Texas re-elected staunchly pro-life John Cornyn as a U.S. Senator by 10 points, more than 1 million vote margin. Third, 23 of the 27 endorsed U.S. House candidates were victorious, 85%. Fourth, all 8 of the non-federal statewide races, the Railroad Commissioner, 4 Texas Supreme Court races, and 3 Court of Criminal Appeals races went to candidates endorsed by our state PAC, all by decisive margins. Fifth, the Texas House of Representatives retained its pro-life majority and in all likelihood will elect Representative Dade Phelan to Speaker, a pro-life Republican from Pojman, when they convene in January. Of the 55 contested state House races in which our state PAC made endorsements, our endorsed candidates succeeded 42 times, or 76%. In the Texas Senate, 5 of our 7 endorsed candidates in contested races were successful, or 71%. There were setbacks. We lost a staunchly pro-life member of the Texas Senate. Several courts of appeals judges we endorsed were successful, but others were not. There were several heartbreaking losses in other races. Nevertheless, Texas continues to be a pro-life state. As you might imagine, our financial resources for our state and federal PACs are pretty much exhausted. It won't be long before we will have to engage again, and we will need hundreds of thousands of dollars to do that properly. If you'd like to help us with a financial donation, please go to our website at texasallianceforlife.org. Any donation from $5,000 to $25,000 or more is welcome. Again, our website is texasallianceforlife.org. That's all for today. Stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you next week.